Hi, I'm Brandy McDonald, Arts and Entertainment Writer for the Oklahoman and Oklahoman.com, and I'm joined here in our studio today by Kimberly Laser with the Oklahoma City Zoo. Thanks for coming over today. You guys have a special event going on catty corner from us over in the Myriad Gardens. Yeah. It is the return of Art Gone Wild. So tell us a little bit about Art Gone Wild.
Yes, thank you for inviting me here today. We're so excited to have Art Gone Wild back this year. It is at the Myriad Gardens and it's bigger and better than ever. It really showcases some of our animal talent in a way that it also helps raise money for conservation. It's wonderful that you get to actually take a piece of your favorite animal home with you. We have a great community that loves our animals and loves coming to visit them and seeing them grow and have offspring and see them through their season. So this is a way that you can really make a further connection and bring a little piece back home with you.
So Art Gone Wild is an art exhibition and sale that you guys have. It's generally every year, but you guys did take a break last year. You had a few things going on, like, I don't know, the opening of Sanctuary Asia, things like that. So, but it is an art exhibition and sale that you guys have annually. And it's the animals that actually make the art. So talk to a little bit about some of the animals who have art in the show and how they make it.
Yeah, absolutely. Our animals are showcased here. They are the artists, and we just provide the canvas. So we have everything from reptiles to our stingrays, so our fish participate, our large mammals, our elephants, who some of you have seen paint before, but even some unusual animals like our giraffes, our sea lions paint. So we really have a representation of almost all animals, species that are there or close to that. We have some interesting artists this year. We do have some that are a little bit more hands-on. So if you come and visit some of the artwork some of our carnivores have done, like our tigers, you might see some additional, like a little puncture or sometimes some whiskers that they'll have brushed up against that canvas. And then you have some animals that they use their body movements. So our snakes, when they do it, they will slither through the paint and they'll leave that impression, which is very cool. Our stingrays, we get that question a lot, how do they paint? Our keepers actually have constructed a device that holds the paintbrush, and then the stingrays perform very natural swimming behaviors that moves that paintbrush, that translate that body movement into art, which is really cool. And then we do have some traditional, our primates, they can hold a paintbrush and they can paint. Some of our animals use their mouth and they'll hold the paintbrush that way. And some of our animals, like our elephants, will even suck up some of that and blow sprays on it and things like that. So each one is unique. Each one is done a little differently, and this is a great opportunity to see really what our animals can do with their body movements to create these wonderful works of art.
And I think that that's part of the goal or the purpose of the painting program that you guys have at the zoo, which is that it's based on their natural movements. And there's actually a purpose behind the painting besides having a cool art show and raising money.
There is. We get a lot of questions about, well, why do our animals do this? And the painting program is part of our enrichment department. Our enrichment department is to enhance our animals' environments and give them choice to encourage natural behaviors. And this is exactly what that is. And part of it is also to let them think. Part of animals are figuring things out when they're in the wild. They're looking for food, they're finding mates, they're finding environments, and we want to recreate that. And it's not always exactly the same, but there is some complex problem solving with regarding the training or what exactly is going on here. And sometimes the smells can be very enriching to those animals. It's something new. Even just slithering through or touching the paint, I've seen when our tiger cubs were participating, they go and they squish it almost kind of like a toddler, and they interact with that in that way. So it does encourage natural behaviors in a way that you might not even anticipate, and then we get this wonderful thing at the end that really the animals are raising money for conservation for their wild cousins, which is great.
I think that part of it is about stimulating and giving them a stimulating environment to live in, even though they're in a zoo, that there's opportunities for them to do some things that are very natural and also interesting, makes life interesting for them.
Yeah, and we find some animals really enjoy it. It is a choice. The animals don't have to paint. That's something that they have a choice of participating in. We find, just like human beings, there's some that really are like, yeah, this isn't their cup of tea, and then there's others that they see that paintbrush and they get very excited, and they do get, we've seen one of our sea lions, Pearl, she started with very small strokes, and over the course of the year, she's really gotten into it, and you see the difference in the artwork where before she was hesitant, and now she gets excited and she does these big broad strokes across the canvas. So we do actually see a lot of enthusiasm from the animals that participate in the painting program.
And also, I think gives them a chance to sort of have some interaction with their caretakers as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why we really try to encompass all the species, because a lot of people think, well, can a snake really create art? Can these animals participate? And the keepers will always tell you every single animal under our care has a unique personality, whether it is the smallest mouse or the largest elephant. They all have unique personalities, and we work with them on a very individual basis. And yeah, they do participate in training, and they like that attention from their caretakers, and it's another time to spend with their caretakers doing something with them.
All right. So talk a little bit about the zoo's conservation programs, because this money goes to sort of fund those.
It does. All AZA institutions, and especially Oklahoma City Zoo, we have an extensive conservation program. The money can go to a myriad of programs, everything from right here in Oklahoma City to conserving species that are in our own backyard. We do participate in a lot of field conservation work where our keepers will actually go out into the field, whether it's to restore habitats or to do studies along with the state, and this can help fund those. And it can also help fund across the world. We do work internationally. It can also help with many other programs that we have as partnerships, such as Diane Fossey or international groups. So this money really does go to on-the-ground fieldwork, helping restore habitats, helping to create opportunities for our animals' wild cousins and the species that we really do need to preserve.
So Art Gone Wild, the 9th annual Art Gone Wild is going to be at the Myriad Gardens Crystal Bridge, their newly remodeled, beautiful lobby gallery. It actually opens today, August 22nd, and will continue through September 16th. And people can purchase pieces of the art and take it home and know that the money goes to a good cause. You guys will have more about this, as well as some absolutely adorable photos of the new
so
red panda cubs
Yep.
coming up in the Oklahoman. So be sure and check it out.